Brook Designs. We're glad you're here, and we hope you enjoy this video. Hi guys, welcome back to Bunny Brook Designs. Today we're going to be doing a modified Dutch pour bloom technique. I'm doing this on a 10 by 10 level 1 canvas. This is my first attempt at doing this technique. So we're going to get started. We're going to be doing it on a split base. The color that I'm going to be laying down first is actually leftover paints from some other paintings that I had done. I kept it because it was a lot of white and a little bit of other colors, so it kind of made this beigey gray color, which actually looks nice with pink. Here I'm just using an old popsicle stick just to get the paint spread out and leveled on the canvas, making sure to get it even and cleaning up my mess. And now I'm laying down pink. This is Light Rose by Amsterdam, and as you can see from the video, I am doing it off-centered so that it has a little more visual interest. And I'm looking for another popsicle stick and I don't have one, so I'm going to end up using one of my painting tools to level out the pink. So now here I'm popping some air bubbles with a torch. There was quite a few in this as I had just shaken the paints right before applying them. And popping the air bubbles with a torch helps you get good coverage and prevents pinholes when they're drying. And as you can see, I'm fighting with my torch here because it doesn't want to stay lit. So now here I'm gathering my colors, deciding which ones I want to use. I'm going to be using a metallic purple by Artist Loft, metallic green by Deco Art, 24 karat gold by Deco Art, and light magenta by Artist Loft. I'm applying 3 spots of paint that are going to become the blooms that are blown out. I'm now applying the pink, 24 karat Deco Art gold, and metallic green. I chose metallics because I really wanted this to shimmer, and I'm not putting too much green in because I don't want it to overpower the other colors. I also decided to add a little bit of white around the edges to kind of get some visual interest and also to lighten up some of those colors just along the side. Now here I'm applying my cell activator, which is Amsterdam Lamp Black with Australian Floetrol. Sorry about the head, guys. Trying to blow this out. I decided to, instead of turning it around, to use my mini blower. You can find these on Amazon. They work great. They're USB, and they are pretty powerful. Alright, now here I'm just trying to get a few more cells to pop up, so I'm using the torch. Also popping some air bubbles that I saw in the paint. And now we're about ready to have some fun. Now with this modified technique, what I'm doing here is I'm taking a skewer and just dragging it through the paint to kind of create some additional interest, making things look like petals of a flower. And be very careful if you're trying this technique, because you can overwork the paint if you do too much. And now here what I'm doing is I'm laying the stick a little more flat so that I can get more paint on it to drag through, which is going to give you those long wispies that you're going to see in the end. Here I'm using my finger because when I had the stick there was a little bit of paint left on it from the last drag that got into the pink, and I didn't want it to show up. So you can use your fingers, you can use dotting tools, you can use toothpicks, anything that you want to create the lines that you're looking for. As you can see here, I'm really thinking about my placement of things, what I want. I'm going to add a few gold dots of ink there because I didn't like that wispy. I wanted to make it a little more visually interesting, so 3 dots of metallic gold, and then I'm going to drag my skewer back through it, making sure it's clean first. And again on an angle so that it drags a little further, more upright when I'm doing some spirals. Decided I didn't like those 2 lines, so I'm going to change it up a little bit and add some green paint here. and I have some paint on my dotting tool, but for some reason it's just not coming off. So I'm trying a bigger dotting tool, and it just wasn't giving me the look that I needed, so I opted to I'm opting to do the drops instead of the dotting tool, and I think my green was a little bit runny because it started to spread almost immediately, as you can see. So I now take the skewer, drag through it, and as it spreads, I'm going to be filling it in a little bit. I did decide to turn it around. I would recommend for this technique, even though you want it to blow somewhat smoothly, to have your paint slightly thicker than I have them here, because things did start spreading as I was working with it. And you can see here I didn't like my circle, so I tried to do it again and then just opted to remove it with my finger. And once I had a nice point, I left it. This technique with scratching with the tools actually works better on smoother surfaces. Canvases tends to be a little bit rough, and depending on the level canvas, some are more rough than others. So when you're doing this technique, be very careful on when you're trying to make spirals that they're nice and even circles. Alright guys, I'm going to continue to play with this and speed it up a little bit for you, and then show you the finished product at the end.